All right. So as I go through, of course, this is live. You can go ahead and comment. Let me know where you are. Where you are. If you have something that you want to add or something that you want to ask me or want me to comment, feel free to do it. I am, managing this as the first time. So there's a word that's been on my mind for a couple of days now. And I don't know why. I wanted to share it with people. And those of you who know me know that I blog. I blog at nyamkaspeaks.com. I've been trained as a journalist. I like to write, right? And this word has kept coming in my awareness all the time. And I'm like, it's for me, but I wanted to share it. So probably I should do a blog on it. That's what I thought to myself. And I said, you know what? Probably I'll just do a Facebook post on it. Hey, Lisa Melchior, how are you, darling? And I thought maybe I don't know, but I just wanted to share this word with other people who it can touch. And the word is giftedness. Giftedness. What's your definition of giftedness? Type it in the comments and send it to me. What's your definition of giftedness? You see, a gift is something that we can give to people, right? So when we have a gift, we share that gift, we give it to others. But giftedness, what is giftedness? What does it mean to you? And for me, giftedness, and I'm not saying that I'm the expert on the definition, and that's why I'm asking everybody else to let me know what your thoughts are. Giftedness is something within you, a gift that is within you, that is special and unique to you, that you can bless others with. And my cousin Melissa says, giftedness is the ability to be a blessing to someone without expecting something in return. I like that, Melissa, and thanks for sharing. Giftedness. And see, all of us have giftedness. All of us. Think about it. We go to school, we learn, we get a career, we're told that we need to go to college, or if we don't go to college, we get a trade, and then we get a job and we make a decent living, and then we work and we pay bills, and then we retire and we die, right? But one of the questions I think we have to ask ourselves, and it's been in my awareness recently, is, are we dying with our giftedness untapped? Are we dying with our gifts inside of us? Are we really fully exploring what our gifts are, our areas of giftedness, so that we can develop it, so that we can hone it, so that we can use it for a career, so that we can use it to make a living, so that we can use it to bless others, and so that we can fulfill our purpose? Giftedness. And tonight I asked people to inbox me. So I got a couple of inboxes with questions and things that you wanted me to discuss. So I want to say thank you for those of you who did inbox me. And again, giftedness, that word has been on my consciousness. And I'm going to try to incorporate all of the questions that were asked tonight with this. But one of the questions that were asked was, how do you deal with finding out that your child... Hey, Petra. Hey, Shani. What's up? How do you deal with finding out that your child has a learning disability? That's one of the questions that was inboxed to me, and it fits perfectly into the word giftedness. And the reason being, every single person has a gift. Every single one of us, we're gifted with something. Whether we were born rich, whether we were born poor, whether we were born in America, whether we were born some other part of the world, whether we were born with what is described or defined as a disability, whether we were born black, whether we were born white, all of us have a gift. There's a giftedness that's within us. And that's our responsibility, is to find out what that gift is. Not only to find out what that gift is, but to nurture that gift, to grow that gift, to put all of our energy, our attention, our effort into that gift. Hey, James from Houston, glad that you can join. What's your area of giftedness? In what areas are you gifted? Not only you, but many of us on the live, we are parents ourselves. We are teachers ourselves. We have influence over so many other lives. Imagine, we don't go to school to learn how to be parents, but then we have these little people who are entrusted to us. Hey, Lauren. And we now have to raise them. Have we even embraced our own giftedness, that we are aware of what it is? And are we able now to look at our children and to define and to help them develop their giftedness? First, to identify it. How are our children gifted? They all are. And sometimes we think about gifts as being athletic gifts. They can play football. They can play basketball. Sometimes we think of gifts as being musical gifts. They can sing or they can dance. And we have to look beyond just those boxes and those labels when we think about giftedness on our kids. I want us to go in, and I'm answering the question somebody asked earlier. How do I deal with my child having a learning disability? A learning disability simply means that your child learns differently. That's all. And as we learn more about the human brain, as we learn more about how people learn, we know that people learn differently. As some of you may know, I was recently certified by the John Maxwell team as a coach, trainer, and speaker. And the president of the John Maxwell team, he tells a story all the time. He was a stutterer in school, and he was teased. He was called dumb and everything under the sun because he stuttered. And he was labeled as disabled, with a learning disability. And so the expectations for him were so low that he lived up to those expectations. The expectations said that he was stupid. He felt stupid. And so he behaved that way. And sooner or later, guess what? He dropped out of high school and he took a job earning minimum wage. He took a job earning minimum wage until he decided, hey, Magnus, and I think that you're in from Dominica, right? So that's Paul Martinelli, and he's told this story over and over and over. So it's not like if it's private. And he dropped out of high school and he took a minimum wage job. And at some point he decided he's going to start his own business. His own business was a janitorial company. He said he knocked on doors of businesses and he said, hey, can I scrub your toilets? Can I vacuum your floors? And guess what? That business grew to a multi-million-dollar business. And this was a young man who dropped out of high school because he thought he was stupid. He lived up to the expectations of the students, and he lived up who teased him. He lived up to the expectations of the teachers who didn't believe in him. He lived up to the expectations of the school system who labeled him as learning disabled and who didn't see or didn't have any high expectations for him. But then he was able to use something that he had within him, which was his hard work and his work ethic, and build a business that became $1 million business. And what he did is that he started to learn about himself. And he said that he's built 4 multi-million-dollar businesses since. So I want to encourage the person who inboxed me, who asked about this, who asked about how do you cope? How do you cope? You cope by recognizing that all of your children are special. All of our children are special. They may learn differently, they may look differently, they may act differently, but we are all special and we are all gifted. And we have to dig deep within all of our children to find out how they are gifted so that we can encourage them, so that we can develop them, so that they can learn to embrace their giftedness, and that we can set high expectations for them no matter what the education system may say, no matter what labels may be put on them, that they know that their potential is unlimited. Their potential is unlimited within their area of giftedness. So for example, I can't sing a note. I've talked about this before. I can't sing a note. So there's no way that... So a friend of mine, he sings, right? He's a recording artist, and he asks, hey, do you want to join me? You can go on tour with me, come with me, join me, come be a singer with me, with my group. I said, I can't sing. I'm not coming with you to be a singer. He said, I'll get a singing coach for you and I'll get all these things. Listen, I can't sing. That's not my area of giftedness. I don't like to sing, well, except, around the house or whatever. So even if I were to spend money in that area, even if I were to try to develop it, that's not my area of giftedness. No matter how hard I work in it, I will not do well. The most I can do in singing is be an average. Now, for your area of giftedness, that thing that God has blessed you with, that thing that that is special to you, that thing that that even if you didn't like algebra and geometry in school, you can do this thing and you can do it well and you can do it better than the average person because you are gifted in it. That thing right there, that's the thing that you need to develop. That's the thing that you need to spend your money on. That's the thing that you need to get a mentor to help you in that area. That's the thing, if your child has that, you need to put your money and your resources and your energy and your effort into developing your child's giftedness. So when we talk about learning disabilities and when we talk about labels that are on us and when we talk about all these different things, know that you're special. Know that you have a gift. Know that all of us, we have gifts. Don't tell me that you don't have a gift. You can tell me that you don't know what your gift is, because sometimes we don't. Sometimes our goals are to, get a degree. Sometimes our goals are to do different things, and within that area, we put all of our effort into this goal, but we don't put any effort into our gift. John Maxwell says that most people don't spend enough time in their giftedness, and they end up being just like 50% in their giftedness. But if they will spend more effort, time, energy, and they spend a little bit more time and energy, they can be at 90% of their giftedness. But if you can spend all your time, all your energy, all your effort into your giftedness, you can be among the top percent, the top 10% in whatever your area is. You can be the top 1% in whatever your area is. So tell me about somebody who has a gift. Tell me about somebody who who has a gift. Hey, I see other people are joining. Hey, Gerda. Hey, June. Tell me about somebody who who has a gift. Who has a gift beyond anything else. Another person who comes to my consciousness is Les Brown. And of course, these people are in my consciousness because of what I'm doing right now. Les Brown is a motivational speaker, one of the best in the world, actually. And Les Brown, he too was labeled when he was growing up. He was labeled with a learning disability as well. And he also felt inferior. He also felt that he couldn't amount to anything. But you know what? He decided he wanted to go into radio. He wanted to go into radio and he wanted to speak. And as he went into radio and he learned to speak, he learned that his gift was to be a motivational speaker. So if Les Brown decided he wanted to be a scientist, it probably wouldn't have worked out for him. But it worked out for him where he can bless people. And these are just examples that I'm giving you about using your area of giftedness. Discovering where you're gifted, using your area of giftedness to be a blessing to yourself and to be a blessing to the world. I think about Tim Duncan, right? I think about Tim Duncan and, he was swimming first and then he went into basketball, and we know him and we are proud of him as Virgin Islanders as the greatest of all time, right? What if he decided he wanted to do bike riding? What if he didn't pursue that giftedness? Beyonce. What if she didn't pursue her singing, her craft? What if her parents didn't identify in her something that was different, something that was special, something that was her gift? What if they didn't say, let's get her on the singing circuit. Let's put all of our money into her. Let's make sure that we give her every single opportunity to do the best that she can. What if she didn't get that when she was growing up in the house and she had to wait till she was 18 or 20 years old to get that support, to get the training she needed? What if? Would she have been where she is? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But as parents, and this is again speaking to the question that I had earlier, let's identify what our giftedness is for each of us. Identify what it is for our kids, our children, those people that are around us, those people that we have influence on. Thank you, Petra. Petra is saying that she realized that hair and hair art is her gift. And you know, Petra, if you don't mind, can I share a little bit about your story? Petra is someone else. I'm glad that you're on live and I'm glad that you're commenting. Petra has degrees. Petra was working at Hovensa when people wanted to know why Petra was opening a beauty salon of all things, right, Petra? And she shared this story with me. She talks about it publicly. Petra was working Hovensa. People thought Hovensa wasn't going anywhere. Hovensa? You got Hovensa job? And you opening a beauty salon? Petra followed her giftedness. And those of you who live in the Virgin Islands know what happened with Hovensa, right? What happened with Hovensa? Hovensa shut down. And all those people who thought that they had secure jobs for the rest of their lives, those people who thought that their retirement was set up, those people who thought that they would be balling off of Hovensa money, guess what they had to do? They had to run and find something else to do. But you see, you can never be out of work in your area of giftedness. Never. So Petra opened her salon and she has one of the best salons on the island of St. Croix. I dare say the Caribbean, I dare say the Americas, because if you look at her hair art, it's won awards all over. Petra discovered what her giftedness was and she invested in herself. She invested in her giftedness. And Petra will never be unemployed because there's no unemployment in your area of giftedness. There's just new opportunities. There's just one opportunity to the other, to a new opportunity. So discover what your giftedness is. Discover what the giftedness is for the people around you, the people who you influence, and work on putting money and investing into that. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys tonight. Thank you guys for joining me. Oh, Aziza just joined. That's my 16-year-old who told me, I don't have a following. What am I going live for? Can you imagine? But I'd like to thank you guys for joining me. I just wanted to share something really quickly with you. I just wanted to test this live out, see how it works. I just came back from the gym myself, trying to get it all in. And I like to be brief. I like to be straight to the point and move on. So I just want to say, hey, Myrtle. I just want to say thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for liking the post, first of all, and saying, hey, yeah, I want to see you go live. But thank you guys. I'm going to leave the live up for probably a couple of days before I delete it. So if you've joined late and you want to go back and look at it, I guess you can. This is all new to me. But thank you guys. I love you. If you want to see more of this, let me know. Inbox me if you have a question that you want me to answer. Everything that you inbox me will be held in confidence. Of course, I'm going to share the question so that everybody can benefit from it, but it'll be held in confidence. I love you guys. Keep rising. Discover your area of giftedness so that you can be a gift to the world. Love you. Have a good night.